Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations and I welcome you all to this day 26 DOT Mandala challenge. Let's begin. Today, I want to share how small habit change gives you miraculous results. Do you believe in this? That small change in habits or your routines towards something good over a period of time when you follow consistently will give miraculous results. How many of you believe in this? Now pause this video, go to the comment section and let me know if you believe in this idea. Now, let me tell you how did I come to this idea of small changes towards something better, which is practiced over a period of time, will give miraculous results. I did not hear this from someone or I did not read this in any book. Let me share my personal experience, which led me to this wisdom. According to me, this is wisdom. As I'm going to share my story, I'm going to talk about my own physical health and I'm going to talk about the monthly phenomenon, that is periods. So, if you think that you would feel embarrassed listening to the story, I'm okay if you mute the audio and listen to the video. I was in my class 10 when I got my first periods, and obviously, my parents were happy about it. I was not happy. I was so unhappy because I didn't know what to do, how to handle things. It was not a normal thing those days to talk freely about periods with both sons or daughters. So my mom never talked about it. So it was all of a sudden something that is shocking. According to me, the first periods was a kind of a heart attack for me. And to add fuel to fire, at that time, my parents were not at home, and one of my cousin was there with me, and my brother, younger brother, was there. It was only three of us. My parents had gone somewhere out of town. Okay, so this was the situation, and my cousin said, "You're not going to school today, be at home." I was arguing with her, why not? Because that was class 10. I didn't want to miss a single day. She said, "No, Radha, you're not allowed to go." She didn't let me go, and I was irritated. However, she is very elder to me, so I kept my mouth shut. And somehow she managed to contact my parents and let them know. So they had stopped all their outstation engagements and came back to Chennai. I was at Chennai then. So they were very happy. Obviously, that's a milestone that every female goes through in their life. So then, slowly after all this happened, then my mom started educating me. And I never had got my periods on time. It was always once in 3 months, once in 4 months. So initially my parents thought, see, this is just a new physical body that is going through all this, so things will get better later. And then from 15 I became a 22-year-old. My wedding was nearing, and still it is the same story. And since I was not getting my periods regularly and I was about to get married, my mom was worried. Oh my god, there shouldn't be any problem in conceiving and childbirth. And we went to a gynecologist, and this happened some 4 months before wedding. So, and the gynecologist wants to do an ultrasound scan. She did. She said something, I don't remember that terminology exactly. Polycystic ovaries, if I'm not wrong. I still don't know what exactly is that, but she said it is because of that her periods are not regular, it is highly irregular, and she will have problems in conceiving. That's what she said. And I don't remember much about that consultation. Did we not ask doctor about the solution and all that? I don't remember it clearly because this happened 25 years back. I don't remember anything. But fine, wedding came, wedding happened, and my periods used to be highly irregular, which only I know. And soon after wedding, since the periods did not come, the family, that is in-laws family, had very high expectations that family is getting expanded. I said no. And after 2 months, 3 months, I got my period. So they understood, okay, this girl is having irregular cycles. But my in-laws were so casual about it because my mother-in-law said, "Oh, all this will is normal, and it'll automatically get better when you have a child." So having a child itself is a challenge. So I should have a child to overcome this challenge. But how will I have a child? Because that itself is a problem now. Because few timings could not be calculated at all because of my irregular periods. So what will I do? And moreover, I was so mad of having babies because I used to tell my mom and dad that I'm going to have 10 children after wedding, and they never discouraged me, but they always smiled at me. So I was like very frustrated. So we started consulting infertility specialist. When would you consult infertility specialist? After trying for a child for a few years, if you are still not successful, then you will go and consult infertility specialist. But you know when did I consult? In just 4 months after wedding, I consulted the first infertility specialist. The doctor literally laughed at me and she said, Radha, you are just 3 months after wedding and you're consulting an infertility specialist already. She said, unless and until you complete at least 1 year of your marriage and you are unsuccessful in conceiving, then only you need to consult infertility specialist, not now. So get back home. I was not in the mode of giving up. I thought, oh, okay, this is the norm to consult infertility specialist. Okay, so now I'm going to consult another and say I'm already 1.5 years since married. So since if it is a truth, you don't have to rehearse, you just can talk. But if you are planning to lie, then lie has to be rehearsed, no? So I decided to go through the stress of lying and I rehearsed mentally many times. I I actually got married 15th March of 2000, that is millennium year, and I just preponed it by 1 year. So the second infertility specialist, when we met, I told her we got married 15th March of 1999, 1 year preponed. And now, without any question, this doctor decided to treat me. So she also did ultrasound scan and she gave me some medications because periods has to be regular and 21 days of medications for 3 months. So I was so immature. I never knew I need to address the root cause of the problem. I was only addressing the symptom. But the second infertility specialist, I was successful in conceiving. That was my eldest one who's not there with me now. I was successful. And the rest of the story I have already shared in one of the previous video. That's how it went. And I lost the child also. And that was such an emergency C-section. So this time doctor clearly warned me that Radha, for the next 1 year, you're not even going to try to have a baby because you need to physically heal and obviously mentally heal too. But your physical healing is extremely important. Basically, your uterus has to heal. I said, okay. And 1 year later, I started trying lot of unsuccessful attempts. And without even consulting a doctor, I tried with a medication that was prescribed earlier, again unsuccessful. And now I wanted to change the infertility specialist, and we did. This one doctor changed the course of my thinking. Um, we consulted and he did all the tests that is required for him to diagnose what is the problem. This was a male doctor, and with all the reports in hand, he called us to talk. And when we went, he said, Radha, I'm going to give you a bad news. Looks like you cannot conceive naturally. So go ahead and adopt kids. See, I'm not against adopting a kid. Of course, we are going to give a great life to that kid, which I totally understand. In fact, I was in a thought of having two kids. One I'll give birth, the other one I'll adopt. So if I'm going to have a boy naturally, I'll adopt a girl. If I'm going to have a girl naturally, then I'm going to adopt a boy. I wanted a boy and a girl. So this doctor said, the way he said it was like, please get lost from my clinic. I cannot handle you anymore. That kind of a tone of voice. It's not what he said that irritated me, but how he said definitely irritated me. I didn't say anything to that doctor, but I came out and I thought, who are you to say I cannot conceive? Wait and see. I'm going to give myself a target and I will have a natural birthing experience. So that's when I started discussing things with my mom. Ma, this is what I told her, all the truth of, manipulating my wedding date to the second infertility specialist. So my mom said, Radha, why don't you try? There is something called naturopath. And my mom said, see, this naturopath works like this. You will have to do some exercises, restrict your diet, and a whole lot of habit change. But things works like miracles. My first question, how do you know about it? Have you experienced miracle through naturopath? My mom said, yes, Radha, I have. And my next question, when did you experience? Tell me. And that's when she do you remember before your wedding, that is during just before 1999 Diwali, I was out of town for 2 weeks. Do you remember that? I said, yes, I do. Do you know why did I go out of town? I said, I don't remember that, mom. And she smiled and said, you don't remember because I never told you. And she gave a monstrous laugh. And she said, Radha, I had a lot of, she couldn't eat anything, it seems. Anything that she ate, she had severe stomach pain. And the diagnosis was she had lots of stomach ulcer, too many, to the extent that even a glass of water created a discomfort in her stomach. And those allopathic doctors, it seems, told her that she has to undergo a surgery. And my wedding was nearing. So she cannot afford going through surgery. And it seems she didn't know what to do. And she was praying God. And that's when somehow she came across this naturopath treatment. She had inquired the doctor then, naturopath doctor. So that naturopath doctor had gone through all the medical reports of my mom and said, um, my mom's name is Nalini. Okay, so the doctor said, Nalini madam, you don't need surgery, but you need lot of discipline. My mom was both happy and confused, because showing the same report, she had taken opinion from three different doctors before consulting this naturopath, and all the three allopath doctors have given the same opinion that my mom needs surgery. And finally this naturopath doctor says she doesn't need a surgery, but she needs discipline. My mom was happy and confused, and she didn't know how to respond. And she asked, Doctor, you saying no discipline is, no surgery is required is nice, but what kind of discipline is required? He said, nothing major, Nalini ma'am. You need to change your diet completely, totally. And it seems he asked, are you a vegetarian or a non vegetarian? Mom said, we are a pure vegetarian, we don't even eat eggs. So, doctor said, very good, that will help quick recovery for you. My mom was very happy because the deadline that doctor gave for my mom's quick recovery is only 15 days. Within 15 days, if she can completely recover, nothing like it. That's like a miracle. So my mom accepted. All she did she became inpatient in that naturopath hospital. I didn't know that my mom was at Chennai only. It was in Chennai, but doctor insisted being an inpatient because doctor wants to monitor my mom's habits every single day. So my mom decided to stay in that naturopath hospital itself for the next 15 days time. And my mom didn't say anything about what she is going through because I was in sheer excitement of getting married. So my mom didn't say anything about it. So she had gone through that naturopath treatment, and in 15 days, there is something called endoscopy, if I'm not wrong. I don't, I don't know if I'm naming that diagnosis method right. So after 15 days, she had gone through the same tests as she went through earlier, and every single report came back normal. And it seems this naturopath doctor asked my mom to take the fresh reports after 15 days to at least one of the doctor which she consulted earlier and show them the reports and ask for their opinion. My mom had gone, and those doctors were like, oh my god, Nalini ma'am, how is this possible? In medical terms, we call this as a miracle. This is not humanly possible. That's what they have told. So, this is the background story. Now, when I discussed with my mom, she said, Radha, that doctor is very much there at Chennai. Please go and consult him. And I did consult. And that doctor said, Radha, for you, it cannot be 15 days miracle. It could be 3 months, 4 months too. But I want you to change your habits and not give up at all. Because I was so mad of having a child, I was willing to do anything that needs to be done. And that habit change was not extremely difficult and all. You get up in the morning, and I was not forced to get up by 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock and all. No. You get up whatever time you want to get up. Even if it is 8 a.m., it is okay. but I cannot eat cooked food, no cooked food, for at least 3 months. And that doctor said, Radha, this is not going to be easy. Are you willing to go through? I said, anything that you say, doctor. And I couldn't afford being an inpatient there for 3 months. But I said, I promised, doctor, in fact, doctor, I cannot be inpatient because I'm a working professional. I cannot be inpatient here. But you tell me, I will come early in the morning here, follow all that you say, go back to my work, and if it is required, evening also I'll come back and do whatever you say. I'll promise you I'll not deviate anything that you say, but I cannot be impatient. Doctor said, okay, no problem, Radha. And my body was generally a very heat body. He said, your body heat must be reduced. So every morning, my treatment started with a tub bath to cool down my body, and then I practiced yoga exercises, and my exercises of yoga, some varieties of yoga I learned, and I did all those exercises. Of course, initially it was very uncomfortable, but my mission is to have a baby, no? So that mission I kept always in my mind, and that helped me to change my habits. I did exercises and then I practiced Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar means not slowly, it is a fast Surya Namaskar, one step after the other, and 12 times non stop. It was very difficult for me, but I did. So I used to go to the naturopath center in the morning, do all my exercises, and then take bath there only, change to my official working dress, and have my breakfast at that hospital, whichever they give. They gave only fruits, vegetables, basically salads, and some fruit juices or juices made of vegetables, but they only had a pinch of salt and little lemon squeezed, no sugar. So I used to have my breakfast, pack some juices, and pack my lunch also from there, go to office, finish my work for the day, and in the evening I'll again go back to the naturopath center, finish my exercises, have my evening snack. What snack? No bhaji, no bonda, nothing fried, all raw. I felt like a goat and cow. I used to eat everything raw. Okay? Nothing was cooked or steamed or fried. Trust me. And I endured this for 3 full months. 3 full months. And third month, finally, I had chapati. It was like a dream come true. Okay. And in those 3 months, I lost 11 kilos of weight, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember exactly. I think somewhere around that. And fourth month, conceived naturally. And during these 3 months, whenever I followed all these, people around me were like, are you crazy? Why should you lose weight like this? If you lose more weight, you will die. Nothing went into my mind. My mind was filled with my goal. I was so obsessed by taking care of my body. So the habit change was only for 3 months. And for 3 months of habit change, what did I get as miraculous results? I conceived naturally. My body was great. I was feeling great with my physical body. I was feeling even more great with my mental health as well. And the entire pregnancy went really, really well. And the result, I had a healthy baby boy, Sri Krishnan, who's editing these challenge videos. So the biggest lesson that I learned, small habit changes. Of course, you may have to sacrifice, but the small habit changes will give you miraculous results when you are consistent with those habits, with your mind filled with positivity. And few more things which I learned as I was following my habits is it is your mission, your goal, your physical health, your mental health. And only you know the importance of getting your physical body in shape. And when you pursue your goals and change your habits, you don't expect people around you to understand your goal and your mission, your habit change, and to extend their support and appreciation. It may not happen. Even if that doesn't happen, you still have to be mentally super strong enough to do what you want to do, because you know that doing this exercises, changing your diet only for 3 to 4 months, not throughout your life, only for 3 to 4 months. If it can help you conceive naturally, nothing like it, you know. So you don't expect people around you to support you. It is your body, you have all rights to experiment. So that is how I experimented and I became successful. So there were a lot of things after that I started following, and God's grace, till date I am very healthy. And the doctor who helped me to get my physical health in shape, I gave him the first hand info about my pregnancy, and he was more happier than me. He said, Radha, you have gotten a bumper prize for all the discipline you had in your life. This is what I used to tell all my patients, but nobody followed what I said. You followed and you got the results too. So it was not a tough change, simple change in habits towards something good. Will give you miraculous results. And that's exactly what I experienced. And looking at me, there were at least 4 more couple who joined that naturopath, and all of them were successful. So it's not only me who has benefited out of that discipline, because these 4 couple who joined after me, they all know me well. They saw me following it with so much of conviction. So I had actually taught them a lesson, and I'm happier because of the lesson they learned from me. They all have conceived naturally and they have children. Not one, two. All of them have two, including me, which you all know already. You know that that's a huge lesson that I learned. So anything that you want cannot be achieved overnight, but yes, over a period of time. And during that over a period of time, you need to be patient, you need to stay positive, you need to stay focused on your goal and not deviate, and take a systematic guidance. So in my case, it was a systematic guidance from a naturopath doctor. You know, the promise I gave him, Doctor, I don't know what you're going to say, but let me tell you before you say anything, I am here to consult you with a decision to do whatever you say. And I also told him, I'm not expecting results in 15 days. I'm okay to wait how much ever time it takes. But I really want to work on my physical health. So, listening to that, doctor was very happy. He said, Radha, your attitude itself is amazing. Trust me, you're going to be successful much faster than you ever imagined. That's what he said. I asked, what made you say that my attitude is great? Tell me. There are a lot of couples who come and consult with him, it seems. And when he explains the process of the treatment, the first question from the couple would be, how long will it take for us to be successful? So, and doctor had told them, see, I cannot give a timeline. This cannot be a guaranteed timeline. It depends on how positive you are, how disciplined you are. And many couple did not like that answer from the doctor, and they have said, okay doctor, we will come back to you, but they never came back to them. I mean, the couple never came back to doctor. And doctor quoted all this and said, it is their loss, Radha, not mine. So with my past experience of how I handle couple and what kind of expectations do they come here with, that made me to say that you have an amazing attitude. And I told that doctor credit goes to my mom, who became a role model for me. She explained the kind of stress that she went through before my wedding, and how did you treat her, and how did she stay disciplined. She could afford staying here, I could not, and I'm really happy. So the doctor asked, when I told him that I'm pregnant naturally, doctor asked, Radha, can you give me a written statement that says what was the problem and what was your initial conversation with me and what was the treatment that you went through and how you became successful? Can you give a written statement? I said, with all pleasure. It's my responsibility to do that. You don't have to ask like I'm doing some favor to you. You did favor to me, doctor. It's my responsibility to give you that. And then I said, took paper immediately, wrote my entire story, gave it to him. It seems 2-3 months later, he had a naturopath conference at Delhi, where all naturopath doctors met, and this doctor of mine had presented my case as a case study. So, overall, by sharing this, what I want to share with all of you, the message that I want to get across to all of you is simple change in habits towards something better, when followed consistently every single day, will give you accumulated miraculous results. Now, if you have experienced something like this consciously or unconsciously, go ahead, go to the comment section, share it with me. If you do not have any such experience, share your opinion about what I shared with you. So, mandala for day 26 is over. Go ahead, recreate, share it with me.